This is Sean with Dance Adventures. I'm on a roll. I just did like a couple videos. So boom, I'm hitting another one. And you can't stop me. Won't stop, can't stop. I wanted to talk about contrast and what that means and how important that is within dance, as well as life. But specifically within dance. Contrast means a shift in either emotion or the visual. It just means a shift in a clear difference in things that you can see. I'm going with the visual. It also means what you could feel. You know, it's just feeling, seeing, and engaging with the difference of something very, very quickly, very, very sharply. You can see the contrast, the difference with things. So an example would be, and I'm going to try and use the video, Lil Peeps, who performed at HHI, Hip Hop International. There's a moment they're going da 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 da, and then they just do this. You hear the music drop, boom, and it goes boom, and they just sit there. That's contrast, right? They're going da 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 da, and it just goes boom, right into this groove, right into this flow, right into this another kind of emotion. And when you're creating dance pieces, even when you're freestyling or choreographing, you want to try and have contrast. That's what creates those emotional spikes for people to engage with. And that's what gets them, ooh, I like that, ooh. And that's what keeps their eyes glued to your routine, glued to your freestyle, is when they see the contrast. Another great example was Royal Family a few years ago. It's a little old now, I guess, but they're still great at it. Paris is amazing at contrast. They'd be hitting it, and then boom, they would just hit you with that like straight female energy right at you. I can't even like explain it. I'll link a video of what I mean. But that contrast of where they just da 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 da, and then boom. And they just let you feel that energy. Having that contrast with stuff is really what can make a routine pop. It's what makes videos also pop. It's way easier said than done, but I want to kind of bring awareness to what contrast is. And you want to start paying attention to contrast in the music selections, because that has a huge part on it. Right? If the music is just this boom, 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 and this one layer all the time, doesn't have a contrast in its syncopation, in its little layers that it's using, or even in its mood, in its tone, if it doesn't have that up and down, it's going to get monotonous, and you're going to see it and you're going to get bored, and the audience is going to get bored. So focus on trying to involve more contrast. And you could do this specifically by saying, okay, you can do it emotionally, saying, okay, what emotions do I want to evoke? Like, okay, am I going to be super cheery and silly and happy? That's going to be one emotional spike. You could be super down and thug and angry, and that's going to be an emotional spike. You could be very sultry and smooth. So you want to try and engage with these different emotions as you go through a piece. And you could do it very rapidly. I've learned, and I'm still learning this. This is still something I'm studying. But humans, we can adapt very quickly to this emotional change. If you cut real quick with the video, or if you cut super sharply in the dance routine, like the music just switch and like the entire mood switch, we can handle it. If it's done right and you know the transition is going to work, the audience can handle it and it's not going to be jarring. And even if it is jarring, maybe the jarring is also a good emotional spike. You're like, oh, what? You just want to try and not make not throw people off, right? You don't want to throw people off going like, what the hell was that? You don't want that. And you do that by making sure that the music is cut right. If the music isn't cut right and the cuts don't match up, that will jar people and take them out of the routine, out of the dance. So that's one way you can look at making sure you're not jarring people. And also making sure your movement is matching up to the mood and the sounds that are going on, the musicality of what's going on in the music. If you're switching and then it doesn't match, that's going to take people out as well. And you can do this by trying to feel it emotionally, right? Say, okay, I feel this way. Very important. You'll hear dancers talk about this all the time. To be more practical, I want to give a practicality to this, because usually we hear all these things about, oh, just feel the dance, man. You want to get in that groove. And it's kind of this abstract idea, and half of us are going like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Pinpoint the emotion specifically. Happy, sad, surprised. And let that kind of match up with your movement, right? So if you want to go, right? Maybe you go low as you go into it, right? And you're swaying and grooving and all this stuff. Another thing about contrast is specifically with movement, right? So if you're going very, very detailed, very isolated, move it into something bigger. You know, move across the stage, drop it down low. Formationally, you can have people go up and down. You can have them go out and then have them contract back in. So you just want to have it kind of shifting and move. You want to pick your moments of when that is. That's going to be this video on contrast. Hopefully it brought some more awareness. I will actually probably come back to this video because I think contrast is super huge. It's something I'm still learning about, so I'll probably make a whole nother video as time goes on when I learn more about it and I get some more feedback from other dancers and other creators as well. You know what? Let's do that. I want you to put in the comments of what specific moments really hit you involving contrast, like routines you really loved, freestyle videos, whatever it is. Put a link in it and let's engage with this. Let's bring awareness to what contrast is and how people are affected by it. So I want to know how you are affected by contrast and what hit you. So link a dance video that hit you with that contrast. So I hope you enjoyed this from Dance Adventures. I'm Sean Kinney. Thank you. Please subscribe and thanks for watching. Boom!